Nashville Superspeedway, and that's right, we're here at one of my favorite tracks, deciding to jump back in the 87s for my Monday night race, because I really enjoyed Hickory, and this is one of my favorite tracks, and I've raced this car here a few times, and it's always been a ton of fun, so we'll go out and try and have another fun one. We are the number 5, we got a full field, this is the first time slot, so I think there was 2 or 3 splits. Really bright track surface with wherever the sun is at. I mean, just a shift right at like noon, and the glare off the concrete surface is making it really bright and kind of hard to see. We're trying to get a run here. We'll see if we can qualify. We got 90 long laps here.
Alright, man, here comes your first time left.
Probably won't be my normal Monday race just because the races are so long. A little bit too long for me to do at the beginning of the week. But next season I may do them Thursdays or something if I want to run these cars. May end up running a full season, we'll see. Try and get it down. Slipped up a little bit through the center. That's going to hurt us on exit. If you're pushing this car really hard, you can get it loose out of the corner. But through the center and on entry, it's very tight. 0.4 is actually fine. That's about what I ran in practice. Fastest times I was seeing was 0.1. But there was a pretty big drop off once you got past that. I think I was like 3rd in practice with a 0.3. Or 0.4, I mean. Big slide into 3 that time, though, and we will just take our first lap. We'll go ahead and practice a green flag pit stop. We may end up needing one.
There's the flag, man.
I wonder if we're going to want to take 2 tires or 4. Not sure. Nashville always a place that tends to go green, though, and this is a series that can have some long green runs. If you get the right group. I think the key is just going to be not even get back on throttle ever in 3 and 4, because otherwise you're not going to be able to get it slowed down.
The officials don't like the way you're driving.
That wasn't too bad. It's probably really slow compared to what fast guys can do, but I will take it nice and safe. We got Keegan in here again. We raced with him at Hickory. He's the guy who we ran over that said all good after the race. Good luck to him. Kale up on the pole. We've raced with him in this series many times. He's always one of the fastest. And I believe we got Lee in here. Tell him good luck as well. Haven't raced with Lee in a while. We are sitting P5 at the moment. Still several people that haven't put in a lap yet. And we'll try and have us a fun race, 90 laps. And hoping for a lot of green flag racing so we don't have to waste too much time pacing around. This won't be super long of a race as long as it stays green. I was really happy with the length of the Hickory race. I figured that thing would have been completely under caution the full distance, but thankfully, it was actually a really good race. And if we can do that at Hickory, surely we can do that at Nashville Superspeedway, one of the cleanest tracks on iRacing. But the key is going to be not overdrive the corner on entry or on exit. If we're sliding it on entry, sliding up through the center, we can get it yawed out, get it really loose. Just heat those tires up like crazy. And if we're pushing it too hard on exit, we're either going to eat the wall or the rear end's going to kick out really fast, and we'll get big loose and really heat up the tires. I think if it stays green, our pit stop, we may just want to take 2 tires. But for my practice laps, I was overdriving it a bit, as I tend to do. And my left sides were getting worn down as well. So that will be something to keep in mind, but that's usually not a huge problem with this car. It's just always so tight. We are going to be starting 5th as number 5, so that is nice. We're keeping everything the same except the steering ratio. We bumped it up 1 to 14. And everything else, we're good to go. Good luck to all the people in here.
Stop for more fuel before the race is over.
I think this could be a fun race, fun combo.
The estimated SOF is
3,314.
we expect to be fighting for the podium.
I believe this is week 11 as well, so this week's really, this season has really flown by. But a lot of that has been because I haven't raced very much, only once or twice a week, and not much officials. That'll make it go quicker though. Just been swamped at work
5 cars left to grid.
and haven't been feeling it too much. But always want to get the ARCA race in, and I've been having fun with this series. Plus
Still waiting on 2 cars
the league
to grid.
stuff.
Should I get a yeehaw?
We have the
Yeehaw.
9 car to our outside,
Yeehaw.
and Keegan just behind us. He may be looking for a payback,
That's my pronouns.
getting into the back. I mean, I'm sure he wouldn't do that, but he's
Hell
in prime
yeah.
position for it. We probably deserve it. Just running him over at Hickory.
Invisible. Because it's like, where is
Waiting on the final
Chris?
car to grid. You have 2 additional sets of tyres. for
Anybody
this race.
seen
Be smooth
Chris?
And have a good run.
I'm just glad you got those sorted out, because when you were going with the pronouns of pop and part, I wasn't down with that.
All right, we're rolling off. In with the regulars here on the Monday night first time slot.
Alright, man, line up on the inside row. Pit road is closed.
A lot less of them ran Hickory because short track scares a lot of people
maybe
away.
you should just be where and have you seen.
We're going to be really trying to be careful. I need to remind myself, careful on entry. Let's not overcook it and get sideways or get into the back of anybody. We just want to take care of the car, take care of the tires, set it up for the long run. We should have fun. And try not miss any shifts. That could be a problem as well.
Buddy?
But here we go, coming to the green, 90 laps.
Yep, good luck. Nice lap, Tail.
Get ready.
Nashville Superspeedway.
Double S.
The pace car is in.
He's waiting until green. Oh, now he's going. I did not get a very good jump.
Green, green.
Oh, one car missed a shift. That gets us clear of them. Nice and easy down into the corner. Looks like they all survived that. They're still 3 wide though. And we slot into 4th for the moment. Nice and smooth. Try and get it to the yellow line without pushing it too hard.
Still there. Hold your line.
Get a run on the 3 there.
Stay low. You're in 3rd place. You're clear high. Clear high.
Nice and gentle down into the corner. Try and not slide as much as possible. And that includes pushing towards the wall out of the corner. We need to mitigate that as much as we can as well. In fact, that will most likely be the source of the majority of our tire wear, pushing out of the corner. Entry sliding is just going to add some heat more than anything. But we want to avoid doing either one of them. That was a decent start for us though, up to 3rd. We're getting a big run here. I don't know if I want to take it yet. He might be just letting us have it.
Got one outside.
Thought he
Still
was.
there. Hold your line.
Be advised, 16, I'm
All
braking a
clear,
bit
all
earlier.
clear.
Thought he was, then he was really pinching, so I don't know.
Yeah, no, that was my fault. That was my fault, man.
Let me try and take it now, though. Maybe. Be a good enough run. It wasn't a great run.
Outside. Next car is the leader. Still there. Stay low, there's a car on the high side.
He's certainly not letting us have it. That is for sure.
Stay low.
That's fine. Should be able to clear him. Middle of 1 and 2, I believe.
Good job, man. You're up to second. Stay low, there's a car on the high side.
We're probably pushing too hard. I don't feel like I'm pushing it at all.
You're clear high, clear high.
But we're catching Kale here. That's probably not a good sign for us. Don't really know how to back it off any more than I'm doing. I'm really not turning the wheel much on entry. Maybe I'm forcing it more than I feel like I am. It's entirely possible. That time I had a push on exit. You saw him drive away there. Nice and easy with it. Sun's coming out. There's the wall.
Colour's fine. No damage to report.
Let's get that out of the way early.
The leader just did a
34.283.
We can just ride here for a while. I think we'll be in decent shape. I'm getting that bad push out of 2 though, which is costing me a little bit. And out of 4. Yeah, I don't know. We may not be in very decent shape here. I think we just need to wait a little bit longer before we get full throttle. We might already be going backwards. 3 has caught us real quick. But then we have a decent 3 and 4 and gets us right back to the back of Kale. One car making a pass behind us. He's recovered from his misshift on the start. I'm kind of losing time in 2. I think I'm just not consistent. I think that's my problem. As is always my problem. One car really gaining on entry on us.
Look out! I'm so sorry.
Caution, maybe?
Dude, you've been overdriving
Yep.
since lap 1. Why am I not surprised?
Caution. 10 laps in. Are we going to pit for tires?
I know you saw what I going on.
If we do, we can pit for rights.
I'm sorry, George. I literally thought you were...
Fill
I
it up
didn't
with
think you were
fuel.
gonna
I don't
be
know if we
checking
can make
it
it from
back.
here
I'm
still.
so sorry.
We might as well save a little bit.
Yeah, I wasn't sure if he was coming all the way down the track or not. I didn't realize I checked up that hard. I did, my bad. I'm good though. We good.
I don't know what people are going to do
Yeah,
here.
man, I'm sorry. I saw it was clear in front of you, and I was trying to assess the situation, and I thought you were kind of being my my lead blocker there. I apologize, man.
Yeah, no, I shouldn't have. I barely tapped the wall when I went to the outside. I doubt I got any damage, really. No, I had the car in front of me, and then I wasn't sure if the spinning car
Is
was
he
going to end up
pitting?
in
Is he
front of
pitting?
us.
Is he pitting? Looks like
Swanky,
he's
where are you?
pitting.
You need to pass.
All right, we'll pit for rights and fill it up with fuel. There's going to be a handful of people that stayed out. I was just going to follow what he was going to do there. I figured he probably knew better than I did.
Pit box in 10, 5, 3, 2, 1. Right here.
Get it stopped in time. 98.97 on the rights. Is this going to make it unbearably loose out of the corner? I don't know. Potentially.
That's it, go.
Well, it looks like that's what everyone did, so that's perfectly fine.
Just a heads
where
up,
you were
you know
going
that you only
from,
have
too,
one
but
set of
man, that was
broadside cars
silly.
remaining. Line up single
And
file.
usually I'd say that's early to take tires, but I've got a feeling that that one mistake is going to be kind of a fluke, and we will go pretty green the rest of the way. So I think going ahead and pitting there and taking tires, probably not a terrible idea. It looks like just about everyone took 2. It looks like we also lost about 4 spots. Still can't quite make it on fuel, but if we get a caution in another 5 laps and we stay out, we might be able to make it to the end. I don't know how the fuel mileage is going to go the rest of the way. I was feeling pretty good there. With that little run, we were hanging on to the back of Kale. I didn't feel like I was pushing it, but I could have been more than I realized. Like, I wasn't really having to turn the wheel. I mean, we were getting into the corner pretty quick still. But, I don't know. We dropped to 10th there. We lose 8 spots by pitting. Of course, some people stayed out, though. The one car, where did he come out? Oh, he must have taken 4. He's back in 15th now. Because he was entering the pits right behind us. We get a real long run here. It could be a good idea. And he's shown he's got the speed to make it back up after losing a bit. We probably could have taken 4 and been in fairly decent shape.
Get ready.
Coming back to the green here.
The pace car is in.
When's he going? Oh, he's going now.
Green, green, green.
Wasn't sure if they were going or not.
The leader just did up.
24.
It gets us a little bit of a gap, though. I didn't want to gun it if they weren't actually going. Now we got to feel what 2 tires feels like out of the corner. Well, that felt okay. We're not quite up to speed yet, though. Ooh, big loose out of 4. Could have taken a run underneath the 4 there. But didn't quite keep the grip. Should be nice and easy. We got a big gap behind us all of a sudden. They're racing hard ahead of us. Fairly hard.
Outside. Stay
He
low.
just lifts for
Clear
us.
high, clear high.
Much appreciated. Puts us back to 7th. A couple people pitted with the 2 to green. I think that's how we got back into 8th instead of 10th. 17's looking like he wants to run into the back of the 9, though. Which could be another caution. See if we can take advantage. We get the outside call.
You're clear high, clear high. You got one outside. Still there? Hold your line. All clear, all clear.
He backs off for us as well. A little bit loose through the center there. Almost back to where we were. before we lost all those spots on the pit stop. Nice and smooth.
The leader just did a 34.72.
We were 2/10 quicker than the leader that lap. But I don't know if that's somebody who stayed out or not. 17 with a little bobble there, loose out of the corner. I entered way too high there. Never got it to turn back down. But we're getting a monster run out of the corner.
Outside.
That actually worked pretty well.
Stay low. Stay low. Stay low. All clear.
Just don't
all
get
clear.
loose. Might be able to take the run around the 3 car.
Outside.
He just backs off for us as well,
Stay low.
but we enter about the same speed anyway because I'm
All
slowing
clear,
down so
all
early as to not overdrive. We're flying through these guys, and that really has me worried that we are driving too hard right now. But I guess we'll
Back
see.
and forth.
I don't feel like I'd be that much quicker than anybody. Assuming we're on fairly even tires. Kale looking to get back around to the lead, around Keegan. And 10 car looking low as well. I got kind of tight on entry that time. Pretty much back to where we were though. Not much difference here. We get the 3 just behind us. We'll keep an eye out on the F3 for the 1, see how quickly he can make his way back up here. Also, those people could be saving fuel as well. That could be why they're slowing down more. Fuel-wise, we're about 5 laps short. But I don't think anybody in front of us here is saving. I'm not sure if anybody is, but that could definitely be something that people are doing. It could be what the 1 car is doing as well, back in the field. That could be why he took 4 and was just going to go sit in the back and save fuel to the end and see if he can make it go all green and not have to pit. But I feel like people around us are not saving. I'm certainly not.
The leader just did a 30.
The fuel mileage could eventually get better as we wear these tires down and start going slower. But I don't think I want to start clutching it or anything at this point. Try some early lifts. But we're lifting pretty early for these corners anyway, so we'll just check back on that fuel. We got a lot of time left. Just unfortunate. We probably need to save now if we want to try and make it to the end to make up 5 laps. I'm not ready to make that call yet, because we would lose a lot of track position, I feel like, and we would get burned if we got a caution. Now let's not run over the back of Keegan, or Keegan again. Car got a big run there. We might look to our inside here soon. Not quite yet though. He's got the 17 right behind him and then a little bit of a gap, but we might lose these 2 spots coming up. I'm not really able to get into a position where I could pass anybody ahead of me anymore. Just logging laps right now though. Trying to save tires. See that bottom groove getting worn in with the rubber. Really obvious with the concrete surface. Especially with the sun hitting it, you really tell where it's a lot darker. There's a pretty big pack formed up behind those guys now, behind us. We may lose more than just these 2 spots if we start getting past. Oop. Got on throttle a little bit more aggressive than I was ready for, and it got a little bit sideways. Coming around to get 60 laps to go. We'll take a look at fuel when we get there. See if that fuel mileage is getting any better. $60 to go. We're still about 5 laps short. 4.5. So maybe it's getting slightly better.
I believe it just did a 35.044.
Keegan missed the corner a bit, but he's going to be able to get a good exit, I think. We're getting some decent runs now, though. He's starting to fall off just slightly. It might just be that one big slide he had in the middle of the corner, which is hurting his speed now. That's all it takes with these tires sometimes. I was getting really loose there. I chased it up towards the wall. That was nearly bad. But yeah, so far 2 tires feels perfectly fine. Even though the left sides were down 3%. Are we going to be able to get away with taking 2 again? Not even changing the left sides? Quite possibly. It's definitely something I've done multiple times in this car. Tin washed up a little bit. Keegan was looking to the inside, and I was trying to see if I could get a run underneath Keegan. Not quite able to time it yet. Might be able to get it here, though. No, not quite. They're stacking up behind us as well. Looks like the 16 might be moving forward. Keep having to check up middle of the corner. Oh, he got loose. That was close. I was getting ready to turn down underneath him. We don't need to run him over again. Let's try and not do that. I just keep mistiming my runs. I can't get it quite on exit where I want. I'd rather do it down the backstretch. Now we just keep getting loose in 4.
The leader just did a 35.181.
Oh, he missed it that time, and the 10's spinning. Oh my.
You're on the bottom 3 wide.
No caution, I had to just hit the brakes.
Outside. You're 2 wide there.
We're just getting swamped now.
Hold your line.
That is really unfortunate. I thought he was going to slide down into me.
Hold your line. You got 1 outside. You're 2 wide there.
Oh, and
You're
we
clear
entered the
high.
corner
Clear
so
high.
low. Well, that didn't work out for us. It's alright, no contact. He just overcooked it or something and was spinning, and I just had to slam the brakes because I thought he was going to keep coming down, and I didn't want to get doored. We're fine, preserve the car. Plenty of time to get back to where we were. I don't know if we're quick enough, but there's time.
Inside.
Another big loose moment there.
There's the car on the low side. Clear low.
He just
clear
keeps it low and backs off for us.
Good job, man.
Much
You're
appreciated
back.
there
Good job,
as
man.
well. And now I overcooked the entry. Things are getting dicey. Handling's coming in big time. And now I'm overdriving it. I need to quit doing that. 16 got a bit loose there, grabbed a bit of wall. If we hadn't overdrove it, we might have been able to pass him there. Might be able to take the run here though,
Outside.
unless he just blocks us to the grass.
Stay low. Stay low. There's a car on the high side.
And gives absolutely no room whatsoever.
Stay low. There's a car on the high side.
And then nearly hooks me getting it loose after he turned down and slammed me middle of the corner.
You're back and forth. There you go, man.
I don't know what he was doing there. I got the run on him because he overdrove it. He tries to block us going down the back. We get to his inside cleanly. And then he just turns down into us middle of the corner. I was on the yellow line, so. And we had that muted the whole time, apparently. I did not think we did. But yeah, I don't think that was my fault. I knew he was going to get loose on the outside because he was going to try pushing it so hard just to not let us pass him. I figured we were just going to get right hooked into the wall. But thankfully he just overcorrected and face planted. And, you know, maybe losing one spot is better than fighting 150% to keep it, because now you've wrecked. That's why I usually...
We both pooched that corner, John.
That's why I usually just let people go and see if I can save tires and come back and get them. Especially when we're not even to halfway.
Turn 4 outside wall is just collecting stripes.
35.632.
And we've made it back to Keegan. But this time the 3 is in front of him instead of the 10. And we're basically back where we were about 15 laps ago. But now we got a much bigger gap behind us. And slightly worse tires. 3 car has blinked.
I just lost Ben. I don't see him on screen.
Yeah, he's completely gone. Oh, now he's back.
There he is.
He was gone for the whole backstretch. Keegan's been blinking a little bit too. Alright. Now where were we? Trying to set up a pass here. He overcooks it a bit. Try and time it where we get the run. Not quite there. We're still going to look. I think he's going to give it to us.
Outside.
Thanks.
All clear, all clear.
Hey, no problem, buddy.
He gives it to us. And we'll try and not hold him up after we had a bad exit there.
You're back in third.
We are just past halfway, and lost in all that commotion was fuel. And we're about 6 laps short now. So I don't think anybody's making it unless the 1 car's back there saving, in which case he might win. I think if we pit, we're just going to want to take 2 under green. I almost grabbed the wall.
All right.
JP, I'm pitting
Halfway
this
to
lap.
the finish.
People are pitting now.
Yes, sir.
Interesting call. I feel like it's going to be a hard car to get slowed down onto the apron with how loose it is, so maybe we stay out a little bit longer and see if we catch yellow. Hard to get back on the lead lap if you go a lap down. You have to get lucky dog. Ooh. We're entering the corner a lot quicker. And that's costing us on exit. Feel like we've done good on the tires though. And we're still moving forward, which is pretty amazing to me. Three's checking up really early for the corners. Probably really good on the tires. It's about a half a car length before I start slowing down. So I gotta make sure I don't slam into the back one. And we get a yellow! That's what we were looking for. We will go ahead and put
Well, that sucks.
a couple gallons of fuel in this.
Yep, that was good. Good to make it on gas.
3 car was good to make it. I was not.
Me too. It just cleared 1 lap over.
And Kale was too. I don't know how these guys are able to make it from here. I was 5 laps short. Tire wise, do we want 2? I don't know. I have no idea. I guess. They were good to make it. Then they must think the left sides can make it the whole way. So I'm just going to take rights. Did I turn rights off and take... Okay, I turned lefts off. Okay. Let's just take lefts. We'll put a handful of gallons of fuel in it. And see what the commotion is. We'll actually just
I
put
was
a
afraid
little
that guy was
bit.
going to run me over like 20 laps in a row.
Past the 15, past the...
Alright. 5 gallons of fuel in it. We don't want to overfuel it, but
Pit box in.
Wonder what happened to him.
I kind of don't want to be underfueled either,
5, 3,
because we could keep it
2,
from getting too
1.
tight.
right here.
Alright. 89, 83 on the tires, 84, 85 lefts, so I think they're totally
He
fine.
doesn't appear to be saying.
All right, that's it. Go.
And oh no,
I was 79, 77.
everyone's taking
Right,
4.
There are no more right side tyres to put on.
Line up single
Damn,
file.
okay.
It's a car.
That's not good. Well, we gotta hope that they're gonna be alright. We might be in big trouble though. We still got quite a distance left. 40 laps. And now we're gonna be second place unless the 8 pits here. I don't know. Obviously the left sides can make it, but is it going to be a big difference between that and fresh lefts? It might just make them tighter. We might be better handling wise. That's happened to me before. That happened to me at Michigan, I think. Or maybe it was this track. I don't know. Maybe we'll be alright. I have no idea. And great, we got the 16 just behind us. I'm sure that'll end well. If he wants to be super aggressive, he can just go ahead. I'm not looking to be super aggressive yet. If at all.
Who was that in the top 5 that had that big save?
I think that was the 10 car. Or
Yeah. Yeah, it was the 10 car.
I got really lucky. I actually missed the corner and I went high, and that's how I missed it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was surprised everybody kept it together right there.
Well, we're getting the lead, alright.
I appreciate everybody not killing me on that.
I just had to slam on the brakes to make sure I didn't slide up into him, or he slide down into me, and he
All right, man,
managed
we're
to
going
catch it.
green next time by.
Worked out
All
good.
right, man. Line up on the outside row now.
Who's a lap down? It's going to be some people coming up the inside, I imagine. Got the 15, 17. 17 was up front. And then 25, I think, left at the beginning. Well, we got to try and do a restart here on the front row.
All around the Nashville track, the racers chase the pace. Pace, I thought that all was good. Snap goes the racers. High rankers moan and barely ache. Rookies wreck the field. That's the way the session goes. Snap goes the racers.
And with that, we're getting ready to go green. I don't think I care if anybody jumps to my outside.
Get ready. All right, man.
We'll wait just a second here.
Green flag, green flag. Good job,
Worried
man.
I was going to miss that shift
Good job, man.
and that one, but we're good. Let's see how this thing feels. That felt absolutely fine. But here comes KO on brand new tires. He's going to just fly right on past us. But hey, we led a couple laps. So that is something. Yeah, it really does not feel bad at all. Well, I say that. That was a very bad entry. We're keeping them at bay for now. Could be some more yellows. I don't have anybody in front of me to gauge my corner entry, which is hurting. But we're still in the lead. We just did our fastest lap of the race, so I think not having lefts is going to be fine.
Alright, man, caution
And we
is
get
out.
yellow.
Caution is out. Line up single file. Pit road is closed.
We will
And
not be
take
pitting.
car.
We got to go around and catch the pace car. Well, we kept the lead. I highly doubt we were going to be able to do that the whole time, but it was feeling fine, and we set our fastest lap on lower fuel, of course, but I think just left sides, it's just the classic 87s race. You just don't need them. We should be totally good on fuel now. We are.
Pit road is now open.
All the same people up front, though. KL, the 3, Keegan, the 4 car, the 9 car. Let's see where Lee is at. He's back in 15th, but he is the number 18 car, so he's beating his car number. Now we got to do another restart. And he'll probably get a much better jump behind us this time. We'll try and time it a little bit different. I don't know if we're going to be able to, but gunning it full throttle, I was a little concerned with some tire spin, but it actually
Got the lucky dog. Let him by
felt
on the
just
outside.
fine.
Lee, what did I do to you, buddy?
It's just been a while. I just figured we'd say hi.
Let the 15 car by. He had the position.
I
when
mean,
the
I
yellow
know I
flag came
took you out at Phoenix a couple 7-8 months ago, but it's good to see you.
Try and keep the tires down into a little bit cooler track. I don't know if it's going to help much. They're not going to be very warm. That was not a very long run. Still going to have 30 to go at least. I don't want to do more restarts. That's more shifts I have to not miss. And that might be too difficult for me. We'll be fine. We're going to hit all of them. We're going to think positive. We're going to make all those shifts. We're not going to wreck the whole field by stopping in front of everybody. We're not doing it. I've declared it. Looks like we're going to be taking the green with exactly 30 to go.
Anybody else having problems with crew chief after the update? Like telling you to pass the pace car when you shouldn't?
Wish it'd tell me track temp on this weather thing. I think that would be pretty good to know. I have not noticed crew chief stuff because I don't use the crew chief app.
All right, good talk.
Alright, now how many people we got on the lead lap this time? Same amount?
It might tell you to go back to the end of the field since you're a lucky dog when you pass the line this time.
We didn't have anybody.
Yeah, they're doing all kinds of weird. Like even when I was lucky dog, it said
Alright, man, we're going
the
green. Next
17
time
was
by.
lucky dog. Like right as I was getting ready to cross the line.
Didn't have anybody come up the inside last time, so maybe they'll stay back there again. That would be nice. We should be able to get a good enough jump, I think, to clear him anyway, but always rather just be single file than have to contend with double file with the lap cars there. Alright. Can we get a good start here, and can we hold off Kale for any amount of time? I don't know. We're competitive, that's a good thing at least.
Get ready. Alright, man. The pace car is in. Green, green, green.
Another good jump. I kind of wait until they inch closer to me because they always get a big gap behind me. I'm waiting for them to pull up and then have to like lift a little bit so they don't run in the back of me. And that's the time to go. But man, he is much quicker. Let's just get him right by us.
Still there. All clear, all clear.
And fall in line here and see if we can hold this. Don't know if we'll be able to, but we'll try.
Next car is the leader.
The leader just did a
34.767.
We got the 3 and the 7 of Keegan back there. Make sure we don't overcook entry. Ooh, we're loose. A little bit wobbly. He doesn't pull away when he gets in front of us. I think he just gets to the lead so we can control the pace. I still don't think it's going to be easy to pass him, even though it looks like we're quicker all of a sudden. We need to make sure we don't run him over, though. Woo, 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 woo. Careful now.
John, if I came down on you, I'm sorry. I'm not sure what happened there.
That was a bad entry. And a bad exit. Bad corner all around. Three's catching up. Keegan's not that far behind him either. He overdrives it a little bit. I'm getting a little bit loose out of the corner. That could be those really worn left sides. Oh man. Watch the wall. He grabs the wall a little bit. Gosh dang it, I'm getting so loose out of 4 now, it's really killing my speed. But he's pushing out pretty wide. But I can't keep the grip up to do anything about it. And here comes the 3. Man, I'm so loose out of 4 now, it's really hurting me. May not be able to do anything.
34.705.
We may be letting the 3 go by here in a second. And he might have something for Kale, I don't know. Whoa, we're overcooking it. That wasn't good. Thought he was looking low, but he didn't. He backed off a little. Looking to reset while I try and spin out.
You better get by me, Lee. I'm gonna spin this bitch out.
That's what I'm feeling like. I just got to be real patient with the throttle, but it's hard when you got the lead right in front of you.
All right, man, 20 to go.
20 laps
Get
to
'em.
go. Ooh, we're flirting with that wall. Trying to keep it straight. Not easy. That wasn't very good. I clipped the apron a bit. Lost a bit. Here comes the 3.
Got
Oh,
one inside.
looking in my mirror.
Still there? Hold the line.
Car looks fine. No damage to report.
Clear low, clear low.
We'll see if anything happens from here. We got a little gap behind us. We'll see if we can maintain up to the bumper of these two. I'm just getting so loose out of the corner. I don't know if I'm going to be able to. That is why you want to take 4 tires. We'll hang on here. We're not out of it yet.
The leader just did a
34.962.
I don't want to spend too much time side by side with the 3. That's just going to cause Kale to pull away more and the 4 to catch up more. But we just got another big loose moment, so I don't think we're going to have to worry about being side by side with the 3. I think we might be 3rd place car at best.
All right, man.
Well.
Caution is out. Caution is out. Line up single file.
Well.
Pit road is closed.
I don't have any right sides left, so
Well, this just got as ugly as my first girlfriend.
this could be bad.
That's horse shit.
I don't think I want to just take lefts. I don't know. Cool off these tires, maybe it'll be a little bit better for us. We could be in big trouble though. But everyone around us doesn't have rights left.
It's the 3 car.
I don't think there's going to be many people in the field that do. I really don't know. I don't know how this is going to play out. I was hoping that would go green. 15 to go right now. Ooh.
Pit road is now open.
People gonna pit? They can't. There's no way. There's no way. Come on, don't pit. You know you don't have tires left. What are you guys pitting for? I don't understand. I don't have rights left. How do they have... Did they just take left sides only earlier? Are they going back in for those left sides that they... when they took 2 on the first stop? I'm not sure at all. That is really confusing. And there's plenty of time for them to get back up to us, assuming they have right sides left. But
car by. He had the position when the yellow flag came out.
That's bizarre to me there.
Hey, Derek, what kind of damage do I have on my nose?
I don't know what we're getting now. We could just be getting swamped. Or there could be a big wreck.
Pull up to the right.
There's no reason for us to pit there. I mean, if we would have just taken lefts, we would have had brand new lefts with worn down rights, which was just going to make us unbelievably tight. I'd rather be a bit looser than that. Unbelievably tight. So I don't have any idea there.
Your right rear was crinkled when I was behind you earlier.
That's very, very confusing to me. I don't know why they would pit. Where did he end up? There's quite a few people that pit. He's only backed a few spots, so if he had more right side tires, then I think he's got this race won. There's going to be plenty of laps for him to get back up here. We're not going to be able to hold him off. But I don't know how he could possibly have rights left. I don't think lefts are doing much for you. And I'd certainly rather not have brand new lefts and worn down rights. I don't think. I mean, we're loose right now. Almost to the point where we can't hang on to it. But I think if we put lefts on, it's just going to swing hard the other direction, and we're going to be plowing through the center and just get past like we're not even in the same class. I don't know, though. I have no clue how it's going to shake out. We'll just have to see here, and I think since we're not within 10 to go, the lap cars still have the option to come get in line. And it could just be a bunch of quick yellows to the end, so maybe we never have a green run to worry about it. I don't know. We'll have to see here. Taking a bit longer than I wanted, though. We're already over an hour.
Line up on the outside row now.
That's why I haven't been able to do many of these races. The short tracks are shorter. Phew, I don't know what we're doing here. How is slamming the gas gonna feel like? Let's test that here on the back stretch. Are we gonna be able to get away with that still? I don't feel like we're coming out of 2. Or maybe not. Well, that still felt decent. I don't want to spin out. I don't know. This is uncharted territory for me. For the most part here.
Get ready.
I say we go fairly early this time.
The pace car is in.
Just to change it up, that might get them spread out where they're not going to wreck, which maybe not in our best interest, but I think I'd rather this go green than have to pace around a whole bunch.
All right, man. Caution is out. Caution is out.
But
line up single file.
I'm happy with that too because we don't relinquish the lead.
I think he blew his motor.
It's the 8 car.
We're gonna go around the whole way.
Next go shit on my end.
If we're just gonna have a bunch of
sorry
cautions
about
at the
that.
end,
That
we're
was
in the
all
prime
me.
position here.
Straight, blow it up. Wrong gear.
I try and finish it.
Somebody's still parked here, 20 car. We're gonna be within 10 to go. Next caution might end the race. Man, we might be in really good position.
And I knew, oh shit.
Pit road is now open.
We might be in really, really good position. I don't know.
Yeah, it sucked. I was having a decent race.
Let's not count our chickens yet. But we're going to continue to stay out because the reasons I stated last caution. Single file restarts, it's so much easier for us to get a good jump. I want to time it a little bit so that the people behind us can't enter the corner a few car lengths behind us and get a much better exit and just turn down underneath us. That's kind of what Cale did when he was behind us. So if I could get it even wider of a gap entering the corner, that would be to our advantage. Obviously. Still feel like we're going to get a green run where we're going to have to defend our position a little by trying to be quick, not blocking or anything like that.
Yeah, definitely next yellow flag ends the race, so it'll be nice to see what we can do here.
I don't know. It's going to be... We're at 9 to go now. We'll see when we get the 2 to go. If we got 7 to go next caution, we get another immediate caution, we might have a 1 or 2 lap shootout. Not sure. I went early there to see if we could get spread out a bit, but missing a shift, if somebody misses a shift, I mean, there's nothing anybody can do there that are around him. If he blew his motor. Yeah, we just got the 2 to go. We're going to be taking the green with 6 to go, so I guess next flag would end it after the green.
How many pace laps do we run here?
A few of them haven't been too many.
It
but
seems like 5.
yeah, but when we've got people pitting for damage, it's like
Too
5.
many.
Too many is for sure. Cross our fingers that we can at least get a decent finish out of this, regardless of what happens. I don't have the fastest car.
There's a lot of pace laps for this track.
But we might be in the best position. I mean, I know we're in the best position right now. Tire-wise, probably not, but they got to pass cars before they can get to us.
I guess I'll be enjoying it in another race if I have damage.
We don't have damage.
Yeah, looks fine.
Yeah, that's a good
No
point,
damage to
actually.
report.
Lap cars stay at the back now. We're within 10 to go.
Alright, man, we're going green next time. Bye.
No missed shifts. And we'll see what we get out of this. One car we know is quick. I don't think we've raced with anybody else until Cale back there in this race. So I don't know what their speed looks like. I think Cale's our prime competition, though. He's been leading the whole thing. The one car we know has the... He's got the speed. He could definitely beat us as well, I believe. But we're going to do everything we can to try and keep the lead.
Get ready. Alright, man. The pace car is in.
Another good start.
Green, green.
Get through the gears. Try and not spin out. Tires are nice and cooled down. They feel pretty good. Oh, they're flying back behind us. They are flying.
Five to go at the line.
We're in a podium position.
Don't overdrive it. What are you doing? Dang it, the one car's fast back there. Kale is coming as well. Oh, it's only a matter of time. We need the white flag now. Don't get loose on me, car.
Get going, Keegan, get going.
I'm trying, bud.
Okay, he had to wait on us through the center there. That helps us.
I got that Reimer car up my ass. Let's go.
We just cannot overdrive it. Or get loose. Okay, he's fighting it behind us as well. We gain a little bit more there.
Oh, don't do it. Don't do it.
Two to go. Kale is flying. Oh, he's going to have time. He needs to battle with the one really hard. No, he gets past him easily. Dang it.
One more lap to win.
White flag. We're going to hold the bottom.
Inside. Stay high. There's the car on the low side.
No grip.
Stay high.
We're going to hold it.
Still there. Still there. Hold your line. Clear low, clear low.
Ah, he's got it. Ah, great race. Good win. Whew.
Hell yeah. Good run at the end.
Well, we were that
Holy
close.
crap, you got that kill nice. Yeah, it was a fun race, guys.
We were that close, but
Good race.
great racing. Great racing with him in the one there. I was fighting so hard. He just had so much more grip through the
Hey,
center.
you good, Kurt?
Yeah, I'm alright.
Thought
I know
maybe
you hit me on purpose. So I don't think.
I thought maybe if we could hang on his outside in 3 and 4, he'd get tight and have to lift, but we just couldn't quite keep it there. And I was getting loose. Oh man, that was fun. That was a great finish. Whoo! 72-72 on the lefts. That's pretty good. 93-88 on the rights. Great finish. That was an awesome race. As usual here at Nashville Superspeedway. And I will take that. Second place there. We led some laps, 0x. We had an awesome finish. Awesome slap pass by Kale there. I did everything I could to hold him off. I was trying to really back up the center of the corner so he would have to lift behind us, but he didn't. He never had to there at the end. Man, that is hurting my ears. There's the one missing the shift there at the beginning. I think everybody got around him without issue. I don't know if he missed it or just had a slow shift or something. Ooh. Apparently not with it out issue there. Little contact. Nothing major. 18. That's Lee up into the wall a little bit. Well, then he just gets run over by the 22. As the 17 and the 4 are hitting each other. .22, I mean, they're checking up in front of him after some contact. And he doesn't ever check up. He just runs right into the back of Lee there. Oh, and he didn't quite catch it. And that's some big impact for the 21 and some damage for Lee, and that could be why he was further back there. But he ends up 5th. Great finish for him. We'll give him a great recovery. Winds up P5 after this lap 10 incident. So that is pretty good. Where did Keegan end up in that? Oh, he fell back to 8th there. He was racing with us up front for a long time. I was trying forever to set up a pass, but never could get anything to work. 19 into the wall. .22 into the wall. 14 or 24 just holding a little bit low off the corner, and the 14 coming up there. They just kind of came together there. A lot of fun racing there with Keegan there up front for a long time. I really enjoyed that. This is when the 16. Looks like we didn't even make contact. He gets loose there, and then he kind of moves the car a little bit left, but he doesn't actually block us. From the car, it looked like he kept coming left. But you see he kind of jerked it to the left a little bit. And here, we're on the yellow line. He just kind of keeps turning down. That kind of gets my car shoved up, but he got off of us immediately. I thought he stayed on there, but really it wasn't much contact at all. It was kind of just net code. We don't actually make contact there, but he definitely pinched us. And then I thought we were getting right hooked into the wall there, but he thankfully collects it up into the wall instead of down into us. So appreciate that. 8 car in the bright pink Pontiac starts blinking. 15, this is why I decided to stay out, because I think this is the yellow, isn't it? Him coming down for a green flag pit stop. Maybe it's not the yellow. He's going backwards. Are we under caution? I can't tell. I don't think we are. Maybe that wasn't the yellow, but that was another thing I was afraid of there if we had to do a green flag stop. Little wall grabbing there. Oh, and this was probably the yellow. Oh, the 10. He nearly T-boned that guy. 17, just get it loose there. He's sliding up middle of the corner, overcooking it, and then it just breaks sideways on him. 10 gets a piece of that, and then the 10's going to go for his own big slide later. I don't know if we're going to be able to see that. We'll have to see if we can find it. What the heck is this? Wow. I don't think the... Oh, he got spun. The 8 probably wasn't happy about that. Yeah. 24 doesn't really come down there, and he's leaving the lane, but they're starting to fade up towards the wall, and the 14's kind of following the 18, so they just kind of come together there, and then he spins down onto pit road. He gets a penalty, and he's trying to slow it down, but at that point, really nothing you can do, and then nowhere for the 8 to go. Right up in his face. I don't blame that one on the 24, really. He might have come down to get spun there. The 8 maybe could have saw this happening. He probably could have started slowing down a little bit harder here because he's carrying way too much speed to keep it down. But really nothing he can do there either. Just a tough situation. Big damage for both of them though. I think they were both a lap down after that. Some blinking. 8 car by himself. The 16 spinning in 1 and 2. We're on lap 74 here. That's going to be a yellow right towards the end, so it didn't miss the, or it did miss the 10. I'm going to be really curious to see why everyone pit there. That's a lot of people. Did they just want left sides? Is that just... Because I had no rights left. I assume nobody did. We're up in the lead there. And then this is the 79 start. The 20 must have accidentally downshifted instead of upshifting. If he's got an H pattern, it's pretty easy to do that. Going from 3rd to 2nd. He blows his engine, then gets a little tap. And then some blink in there. And then Kale gets the win. Hard-fought battle. Let's go take a look at the 10 in front of us. Let's see how that all played out. See if we can find it. There's a 37-second lap here. He's in... Yep, this is it. He just gets in a little too hot, gets it sideways, and I see it happening, and I'm afraid he's going to slide down into us, so I just have to hit the brakes. He catches it. Everyone avoids him. We're 4 wide for a moment. We lose about 5-6 spots there, but you know what? We don't panic. We have a ton of time left. We're 3 wide going into 3. I didn't even realize that. We had no time to panic. Just get it back going. Make it back up. We got more pit stops and cautions to come after, so it wasn't too big of a deal there. And I think we got back there within the next 5 to 10 laps anyway, so. Man, that was a fun one. We're going to have to race this more and maybe do the full season next season. That was a lot of fun. I love this track. You can't beat this track. Pretty much anything you race here is just fantastic. We nearly got that win. Just barely. I will point out I have beat Kale at a track before. I beat him at Daytona Road Course when these cars went there, so I always got that. That was great. Really enjoyed that one. Hope you enjoyed it, and thanks for watching.